are we? Pranksters! Where are we? The Coliseum! What do we do? Execute! Are you not entertained? The Coliseum! Is this not why you're here? Execute!
What's going on, Cranksters? Welcome back to another beautiful Scalp and Chill. The trades, man, we didn't get stopped out for Bitcoin. The 50-week SMA is maintaining its structure. We are getting the reaction, and we're following through with the trades, guys. Today, we're going to be looking at the trades. I told you guys that if Bitcoin was to come down, I was not going to be adding to my position, but I would be hedging with an ETH long. And so real quick, let's look at some of the trades that we got going on here. Let's look at some of the trades that we got going on because we're killing it. The XRP reign continues. I did take this XRP. I've been streaming for about an hour inside of the Coliseum this morning, doing the wolf spaces. You guys can see here, we came on up to this initial target. I locked in an additional 800. We took some more of those scalps this morning, but our XRP reign has just been an absolute terror, guys. We've been absolutely scalping the heck out of XRP. It does look like we are going to be getting, we hit the targets here and here. Caught the breakout trade here because we did see that Bitcoin was going for a little bit of a run, right? Bitcoin went for a little bit of a run. So again, we're going to lock in almost, if we can get a full TP, we'll look at this here in just a second, but if we can get a full TP, that'll be about 1,100 bucks, right? 11 to 1,500 bucks on this trade, guys. So thank you guys for joining me. We're going to be going over the charts. We're going to be looking at USDT dominance. Let's go ahead and log out of this. We could look at the big trade that we have as well. We could look at the big trade, and it looks like that trade is going to end up getting, so hold on here. Let's go over here. Let me get logged in real fast to the other account. All right, let's get logged in, and we can check out, let's get the 2FA rolling. Let's get the TUFA. All right, let's see here. Hold on, guys. We will get logged in, and boom, here we go. Here's our big trades, guys. This is our big trades. I told you guys we're still sitting at about $15,000 on the Bitcoin short. We have the Bitcoin short from the 50-week EMA, right? We have it from the very top here. I told you guys I will not be adding to this short until we actually get a breakdown of this level. I specifically said that, this would be like kind of like the breakout, retest level, try to do it again, retest again. We're getting a pretty good reaction from this level, so I did not add to the short. But what I did tell you guys was that if Bitcoin did come down to this level, right, and find support, then ETH is probably coming in to this exact level that we were talking about. Look, you guys can see also a massive support zone here. So I did end up taking the ETH trade. We're up another $4,000. So we got about $18,000 of unrealized profit, almost $9,000 of the realized on the Bitcoin. So again, I'm taking both of these trades right now, guys. We have about $1 million total. Let me just remove me real quick. We have about $1 million total, about $1,060,000 on the order books right now, guys. So again, I don't know if the Bitcoin top is in. No clue. I told you guys that yesterday. The trade is valid from the 50-week. This is exactly why we took this trade. We're absolutely we're crushing it. If we wanted just to lock all of this in, guys, who's going to complain? I mean, these are phenomenal trades, guys. Phenomenal trades. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to end up doing. This is why I said let's look at XRP real quick to see if my TPs did end up getting hit. Almost. Look, we had it just a tad bit higher. Wait a minute, that would have been a full TP right there, I believe. Let me look at my phone real fast because I'm rocking out both of these accounts. Nope, we still have it. It did not TP. We still got about a $300 unrealized, and then the $800-900 already realized. So let's see what happens here, guys. Again, trades are running. If we look over here at USDT dominance, let's go back over here to TradingView. The trades have just absolutely been playing out. Very textbook. Again, let's start right over at USDT dominance. Let's look at USDT dominance. And what we could see here on the daily is that this is a very big macro support. This is a macro support for USDT dominance. If you're inside of the short from the 50-week with me and the Coliseum, what you would like to see now is from this macro support here, you guys can see here, this macro support on USDT dominance, what you would want to see is a nice big push, right? You would want to see a nice big push up to this macro level is up to about 7.77, right up in here. If we can get this push, I'm telling you, Bitcoin is coming down into the low 70s for seriamente, all right? It's coming down. It is absolutely coming down. But if you are in a long and you thought that today, Bitcoin's price action, right? This was just a mild pullback. You think that we are getting ready to take the highs, right? If you thought that this was just a support resistance flip or a resistance support flip, and now we're getting ready to take out the highs, right? What you would want to see on USDT dominance is you would want to see us break down towards this next level here. And that's going to be on another macro support level, right? At 6.5. So we don't know. I don't know. I keep telling you guys that I don't know what Bitcoin's gonna do. All I know is that it's an if-then scenario. If we come to these levels, I have a reaction. I know what I'm going to be doing. Nothing is going to scare me. Whether we, guys, we're sitting in almost $25,000, $30,000 worth of profits. About 2 days ago, we locked in about another 36,000. Just this morning, another about $4,000 worth of XRP scalps. Just scalping XRP. It's been a phenomenal asset to trade. And we can go back over here to the prop account. It does not look like I got TP'd out, but we got another $600 sitting here on the prop account. We're doing pretty good. Guys. We're up about $6,000 on a 200K account. Let's see if we get any more of a squeeze. Again, let's go back over here. I hedged myself on a nice big $500,000 ETH position. If this thing comes down, we're going to end up juicing up another $3,000 here. To be honest with you guys, I don't even mind closing this ETH long. I mean, really? I mean, let's just lock in another $3,200 for today. We still got the big Bitcoin position to hedge us. We're looking good, We're looking good, cranksters. Guys, let me just tell you something, brother. The trading has been off the charts. Shout out to the Coliseum for walking through all of these levels, maintaining discipline, understanding that our strategy is scalping, understanding that, guys, we're sticking to the structures. We're sticking to the TA. We are not biased. We're not bulls. We're not bears. We're not absolutely any of that shit. We're fucking kangaroos, and we are going to adjust as we get into these levels, okay? It's very, very simple to understand that. That's the way trading works, guys. But now that we actually have these positions, look, if we're coming back down on this ETH position, I don't mind. Look, we can actually, you could do it. You could do it, man. I'm telling you, I really dreamed to trade like this one day. You can do it. Now, I can tell you guys that I have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars to teach you guys what I know today. And I can tell you that every trader thinks that they have the sauce. I preach that simple trading is the best trading, right? That we use support, resistance, volume, fib levels, and then market cipher. Those are our tools. Those are our indicators, our oscillators, right? Our edge is how we scalp and where we scalp. You got to have an edge, man. You got to have an edge over the market, man. And you don't need a big edge over the market. Nobody's got 100% certainty. I don't even have like I have just a tad over a 50% certainty. And with my great risk management, that tad over that 50% makes me a lot of money. And you guys can see it. I always tell you guys, don't, if somebody's, don't be a sheep. Don't be a sheep. If somebody's showing you that they can do it, back test it, verify it. You know what? One thing about the Coliseum is that it's free. The Coliseum is free. The only thing that I ask is that you sign up to zoomex, lock in your VIP tier 2 fees, and then we could trade together. I have changed my entire business model from pay to trade with CryptoCrank in the Coliseum to trade and stay in the Coliseum. Because again, I'm not a call group. We're just learning. You're learning how I scalp. You're learning the structures of where I scalp. You're learning the psychology behind the trades. And bar none, you are witnessing some of the most disciplined trading you've ever seen. We lock it in. As a matter of fact, I don't even want to round trip $2,000. Let's go here. Let's go to 24.55, 30. We're gonna lock this in here. Boom. We just closed it on out, guys. We just made another $2,000. Okay, we just made another 2 G's. We locked that trade in. That was my hedge. We were up about 4 grand. I wanted to hedge myself just a tad, but you know what? I know that if we come back down into this area, and let's just look at this real quick. If we do end up coming back down, I can take the Bitcoin or the Ethereum hedge long again. Like if we come down for like another higher low, I'll absolutely do it. But look, the reason why I hedge myself, we still have 25, 30 G's of positions open, guys. So yeah, going back, you can trade like this. Get into the Coliseum, surround yourself with other traders that are learning the system, learning the edge, learning the structures, the education, right? We're always preaching education in the Coliseum, and the reason being is you guys want to spend some time in the charts. How are you, where are we finding these structures, right? How do you find support and resistance? How do you use a fib level? How do you use volume tools? All right, how to find a 50-week moving average to understand that we are going to get a big reaction. And we did. We got an excellent reaction here, right? We were also calling, like, look at you know, one of our members was talking about the Tesla this morning. Looking good. I mean, dude, ripping lips, look. We were looking at this level right in here. On top of that, you go out to the daily and you have this absolutely beautiful parallel channel sitting right here on Tesla. Beautiful trade to one of our members that he caught this morning. You know, I said, dude, good job. Good peep, man. Good peep. Excellent trade. And shout out to zoomex where we trade. We have all of the TradeFi. You know, we have all of the TradeFi assets. We got the SanDisk shorts, right, that we've been taking. We got the Tesla longs, the SpaceX longs from 131. You know, we've been talking about this level specifically right in here, that everything right around 131.80 or 130 and 80 cents right in here. This is long in territory, guys. I specifically said as well that on these longs, all right, the TP was going to be right here. We could see right here. I said that this was going to be the TP. I TP like this, guys. For me, the more touches, the better, right? The more touches, the better. And that's the way I draw my trend lines. Where we could see here, look, resistance with the waterfall, boom. 100% of the TP was hit, guys. This is what the trade would look like. You go here. You long the 131.80 that I was talking about. You are going to have a stop loss at the break of structure at this previous low, right? And you ride this trade directly on up to our TP. Now look at that. I mean, excellent. This is an excellent trade. All right? This is an excellent trade. Okay? Excellent trade, guys. And so again, we just smacked out a really good, a nice ETH trade. We're still sitting on some, a little bit of profit here on the prop account. On the other account, hold on, we're still sitting at about $100, but we've already locked in $900 of, we could see here, I don't know if you guys are able to see that, but on my phone here, you guys could see, let's see, I don't know if this is going to show up, man, but you guys could see, let's see here, we've already, I don't know if you guys can see that, we've already locked in another $800 right there. Hold on, let's see if the camera, there it is. Man, my phone's fucking ugly, huh? Who's running this shit, by the way, today, huh? Who's running this shit? Is the 50-week running Bitcoin right now? Is the bottom end? Who knows? It's the top end. We don't care, right? We don't care. But yeah, look, there you go. We've already locked in another $800. We got another $100 sitting there. We could just close it out. That's 900. But guys, the trades are valid. The scalping's pretty easy right now. And yeah, it's looking good, looking real good, guys. So again, we're still sitting inside of the BTC short, I told myself that I don't want to add to this position until technically we break either one of these big levels right in here, right? These two big macro levels right here. I say macro because they're just they're a behemoth, right? We came down, boom, held. We break this and come up and turn this into resistance. I'll happily add to this short. We got quite a bit of gunpowder here. We could probably add another couple mil to this and drop this entry down to like above here, with a stop loss above. So that way, if this thing starts rolling over, we can try to get ourselves a fat 50, 60, 70, $100,000 trade. You know what I mean? Nice big fat 100. I mean, it's already fat right now, guys. The trades are running right now, man. Trades are absolutely running, guys. And so I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. What's today? Is today Wednesday? Tuesday? Today's Wednesday, August 26th. Wow, I can't believe that. August is almost over. It just flew by. You know, it really helped with August that Bitcoin decided to get some volatility, pump all of our bags, right, our spot bags, and then get these trades back in. I know that this last week we've been trading crypto, but the 2 weeks previous to that, we've been trading a whole lot of the equities, guys. We've been trading a whole bunch of these equities, the SanDisk, the Teslas, the Googles, the Circle down at 60 bucks. I know the NVIDIA earnings just came out. One of the members had a great trade today before it decided to roll over. You know, just this morning, it was, you know, NVIDIA earnings. It had a good run, right? Had a good run. Now it's giving it up. But again, another good trade, guys. And again, understand this inside of the Coliseum. When we say that we are long or short and we are scalping and locking it in, we're not saying I'm long on the daily and I'm going to hold these things and, oh, Crank, you're retarded. Why would you long it here? Why would you short it here? Well, buddy, let me just tell you, dude, when you're trading with $20,000 in margin, $500,000 in margin, when I tell you guys I'm long and short, I'm in it for the short period of time. I get my initial reaction. I lock it in. Just like the other cranksters, guys. That's what it's all about. I don't keep turning back and saying, oh, I need a little bit more. No, if my levels are valid and I get my initial reaction, I lock it in. Just like how we did. We just locked in another $2,200 on the Ethereum trade, right? Another $2,200 on the Ethereum trade. And look, it's trying to hold, you know, maybe that's okay. Lock it in and sleep well. That's exactly right, Captain. Hey, Captain. It's good to see you. Captain C-Mom, right on, Costa. I definitely will join. Been trading for some years now, still back and forth with profit and loss. Get into the Coliseum, man. I can tell you what, bar none, this is where you're going to want to be going into this next trading cycle, right? This next big bull market that we're going to be going in, the next 500 days of accumulation, all right? What's your minimum percentage you lock in? CryptoCrank, this is great that you say that because we are the kings and queens of locking it in. If you're trading with $1,000, you should be trying to make 20, 30, 40 bucks. 1, 2, 3, 4%. 1, 2, 3, 4%. 1, 2, 3, 4%, right? If you're trading with $10,000, 2, 3, 400. 2, 3, 400. If you're trading with 100 grand, right? 2, 3, 4, 5 grand. If you're trading with $1 million, 20, 30, 40,000, it's the same. The percentages stay the same. But again, we just keep locking it in. Lock it in, dude. You know, let's get some music running. Roger that. That's the only way that this shit works, man. It's the only way that this shit works. Let's see if we can get a couple more scalps here. Let me get out of here. Let me log into the smaller account since we're still sitting inside of the Bitcoin. Or actually, I got to be honest with you guys, man. On the Bitcoin short here, I would prefer, man, what I should have done is I should have probably locked in another 1,500 just to make it an even $2,000. And to be honest with you guys, I just might do that now just for a peace of mind, just to give myself. No, I'm in a swing trade, man. I do. So here's what's great about this, Crypto King. Well-rounded traders. My bread and butter is scalping, but I also understand after giving you guys the analysis on the 50-week, we've been sitting in this trade for almost 2-3 days, right? Since we, when did we touch this? On the 25th? You know what I mean? So it's been about a day since we touched these trades, about a day and a half or something like that. We've been in this swing trade, right? Yeah, absolutely, man. I'll swing trade when the market permits. I mean, we're getting a good rejection from the 50-week. If we go over here to X, let me show you all something. Let me just show you all something here. I showed you guys what kind of reactions we get from the 50-week. Look at this. Not to say that this is going to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know if the Bitcoin top is in, right? But look, we can go all the way back to 2018, 2019, 50-week, right? Touch the 50-week. We pull back 63%. Good reaction. Look, we barely touched the 50-week. Boom, rejection. We come up to the 50-week. Boom, great reaction. I don't even care if we get this full move. I just know that I'm up $25,000, $30,000, right, from the initial short. The short before that, we made another $35,000. Good reaction. Well. Look, cranksters, again, we're back to the 50-week. We're getting our initial reaction on our trade, right? That's all we're looking for. Oops. Hold on real quick here. We're getting our initial reaction just like we said we wanted. Look, at the 50-week, we're getting our reaction. We've already locked in $8,800, $8,900. To be honest with you, I don't mind locking in. Let's see here. If we lock in 1 Bitcoin, that's another $2,200. So if we go 0.75, that's $1,500. Here, watch this. Hey, guys, watch this. Boom. We locked in 10.5. I'll lock it in, guys. I ain't scared. I am not biased towards any direction. I love money. All right, I got a beautiful family. I got a wife, kids. I'm going to take them on another vacation here, guys. I love good food. I love my Audi. I love my truck. You know, I just, guys, I'm not one of these people where it's like, oh, dude, you're gonna get blown out of the water. Well, let me tell you, fuckers, by the time this thing already goes over here, I'll lock in. If this thing goes up to 79,500, right, and we get up here to 79,500, I'll lock in another $7,000 for a total of $18,000. I don't care if I'm blessed and I have my reactions, right, and the trade follows through, right? And we do end up coming down towards, let's just say, look, even with taking another $1,500 off of the table, right? That was $2,200 off of the table. If I hold this trade while I'm also scalping the ETH trades, right? And ETH and XRP up and down, just watching Bitcoin. Guys, these trades are gonna end up being close to $50,000. Even bigger if this thing ends up dropping down. So give you an example. If we do come down towards 75 and we sweep like where the heat map is showing us, 75K, even if we get to 75K, look, we'll add another 34K plus the $10,500 that we've already added. That's $45,000 in total profits. All right, just off of this one trade, not including the 36 grand that we made off of this short right over here. Boom, right? So again, we're hedged, we're managing our positions, we have the best risk management. Look, we got stop losses right above, but to be honest with you, I might just drag the stop loss right here. I'm just watching Bitcoin. I'm watching these levels, guys. So again, last question. Let's see here. Is your base case still 40K or have you adjusted? Well, here's the thing, guys. I never once said 40. I know that these Bitcoin maxi guys I said $49,000 to $51,000, but I guess in the Bitcoin maxi world, you break these fuckers' hearts. $49,000 is technically 40K to them, right? I mean, it's the same shit, right? So to me, I don't know. I don't think that the bottom is in. I still don't think that the bottom is in. I just showed you guys what happens whenever the 50-week gets touched. Look, if I just, let's go back over here to the charts, and I don't know if this is going to happen, but I don't think that the bottom is in, man. I don't, and technically, I think I'm gonna probably lose my bet to Joe Coliseum. Shout out to Joe, he's a good dude, man. Always giving great takes as a Bitcoin advocate. Always giving a great take, man. I'm watching his TA that he's throwing out. He's excited. Everybody's excited, man, about Bitcoin and this pump. It's good to see. But here, let me just explain something to you guys. I think I might lose my bet to Joe because it's good until January 28th, right? If we don't put in a Bitcoin low, 57,750, I owe him $500, okay? But if we go here to BTC USD, right, and we go back to this weekly here, and actually let's go back, let's go to this. I need to go to this. Let's go here. Let's go back to BTC USD. Go back to our chart that we saved here, right? Let me just show you guys something on this. I don't know if the bottom is in, but look at what ended up happening. This was April of 22. We ended up bottoming November, right? We ended up bottoming in November. This next cycle here, we ended up bottoming right around December, right? I don't know. This is, it's either going to happen now or it's not. I don't know, but when I look at almost every single one of these cycles, every single time we touch the 50-week, look, we touch the 50-week, we have a beautiful little 43% pump. Look, 43, 46%. We get the pump here as well. We go from this bottom, right? Everyone thought the bottom was in. Another 45, 46%, and then we dumped 63, 67. I don't know. I don't know if the bottom's in. Brother, you know what I'm saying? I never, on Discover Crypto, I never said 30K. I said, dude, there's some analysts out there that are talking about 30K lows, man. You guys do realize that if history does not, okay, let's just say this. History does not need to rhyme and repeat itself. But look, dude, 67%, even if it did an average of 62%, that puts it in the low 30s, bro. I don't think we're going that low. My targets were, let me show you. My targets have always been 49 to 51. And the reason I say that is if we go over here to the heat map and you can see that these orders are just sitting here, go out to the 1 month. I mean, brother, look. I don't have to argue with anybody and I don't have to prove anything to anyone, but I'm just looking at the data. I'm just looking at the data, not the narratives. I could give two fucks. Let me tell y'all something about like the war in Iran, all right? I don't give a fuck how straight the Hormuz is. I don't give a fuck about how people can say that Bitcoin, there's nobody left to sell. I don't care if everybody thinks the bottom's in. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I'm going to trade this thing all the way down. But let me just explain something to you. When I look at the TA and I take out all of these narratives, boom, boom, boom. I don't know. You see what I'm saying? I don't know, brother. All I know, dude, is that I'm going to be scalping this market, swing trading it. I'm going to be making hundreds of thousands of dollars trading this thing, and I'm going to be one happy lad. You know what? If I lose $500 to Mr. Joe Calisari, it was a fun bet. I could tell you right now, Crypto King, if history does repeat itself and we do see these lows, these maxis are going to, these maxis are going to shit a brick, bro, because they're going to say, who the fuck could actually be selling Bitcoin? And it doesn't matter who. Just pay attention to the charts. Now, if this is the first time in history that the charts are wrong, right? If this is the first time in history that the charts are wrong, cool. Cool. We deviated from the trend. Every cycle stands alone by itself. Every cycle stands alone by itself. Cool. I will adjust my data. But as of right now, there ain't no arguing this shit. I mean, dude, there's no arguing, man, that we're not scalping these markets and just taking complete advantage of the volatility, taking complete advantage of the pumps, taking complete advantage of the 50-week right now. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's our job, man. That's our job. I don't know if the bottom's in. If it is, if it isn't, I know. I think they were really blasting that one other chick. She was shortened the 58, and then she said she longed it from the exact bottom. I don't even know who that chick is, but who cares, dude? I know, a lot of people are coming after Benjamin Cowan. That dude's been right for 10 years. So what if he's wrong on one call? Oh my God. And we don't even know if he's wrong on one call yet, right? Down to the 40s. Guys, who knows? Ain't nobody. It's too early to be telling, brother. Do you see what I'm saying? It's way too early to be calling people out and doing all these things. It's way too early, man. And so nobody knows. And it's just, these are great analysts. All I know is that if people are talking about bottoms or tops, go do your own research. If you think that these people are full of shit, go make your own decision. I can tell you on the backside that what these traders are doing is they're longing and shorting this market, and who cares if they're right or wrong? They're making money. They're making money, dude, and that's what we're doing in the Coliseum. We're not paying attention to any narratives. Yeah, dude, Bitcoin will go up and it will go down. We will bank on that. That's for sure, But yeah, guys, let's see if we can get any more trades in real quick here. Let's see if we can make any more trades. And again, I don't know if the Bitcoin bottom is in, if the top is in. I'm just going to take the trades, guys, and manage accordingly. I have a game plan to lock in majority of this trade, right? I will lock in majority of this trade if we get much, much higher. If we do go into that 82 to 84, I have levels to, again, we have our 50 weeks sitting right here, right where we're at. Right above that, between 82 and 83, we have a macro golden pocket. And above that, at $87,000, we have a 7.86 fib retracement. So if we come up, I will have already locked in well over off of just these two shorts, over $50,000, right? Off of just these two shorts right in here, or these two shorts, this one and this one. If I get stopped out right here, boom, no big deal. If we squeeze higher, I will absolutely take the short here. If I get stopped out, no big deal. If we end up only coming up into 83s, 84s, and this happens, we'll be up another $30, $40, $50,000. So we're just gonna keep on trading it. I don't care. Neither should you. You know what I'm saying, guys? Real simple. It's real simple, son. By the way, just real quick, Crypto King, who's running this shit right now, man? You know? Let's get some music jamming real quick, man. I'm only going to be on here for a short period of time, just showing the trades, doing a quick Bitcoin analysis. We just locked in, again, you guys just saw, we locked in the XRP trade for another 1,100. Let's get some music going here, guys. And then let's see if we could try to take another scalp, because Bitcoin looks like it's trying to hold, right? Bitcoin does look like it's trying to hold. Is ETH coming back up? Let's get logged out of here. And you know, the other thing too, Crypto King, man, is you could do some analysis and everyone can say that that's a call. That's a call. You did the analysis that this is where it was going. No, I did an analysis on where it could be going. I don't know if it's going there, bro. I could give two shits less, you know what I mean? But I could, dude, I could throw out my charts. If you disagree or agree, I could give two shits less, you know what I'm saying? So that's the best part about this, man. That is the best part about this. So let's look at Bitcoin real quick and see. Bitcoin's still getting another pump here. Let's log into this account. All right, so again, guys, we've already locked in another $800 here. This is the smaller account. Again, we've taken this account from $5,000 to well over 20K in a matter of 3-4 days. Just simply scalping like crazy, just scalping like fucking madmen on this account, guys. Just the last few days, just scalping XRP. Let's see if Bitcoin is going to get another bounce here. We also, yesterday I told you guys about the BNB trade. Remember yesterday during our live stream, I said that we were going to be taking the long on BNB, right? I said right here, we are going to be putting in a higher low. If we do that, we take that price action right in here. Boom. The target was going to be at 704.20, right? Just a tad over this, 704 and 20 cents, right where this line was at, right in here. And we could see here, guys, boom, another that was this morning's trade when we closed it. So it ended up closing out for another $1,700, but we're running hot on BNB as well. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful scalps. So again, yeah, I forget, man, so many trades, guys, so many trades, so many scalps. They're everywhere. I see profits everywhere. Okay. Let's just, we're going to go ahead and add to the BNB trade. We'll keep a stop directly underneath. So if we do end up getting the Bitcoin pop, it looks like it is getting a bounce. So if we get to 139.08, let's go 139.08. That'll be another 500. Let's see if we can get a little pop here on XRP again. Or we'll just close it out. But again, we've already locked in $800 here. Realized it. Bitcoin is getting Bitcoin looking like it wants to continue. Let's go to ETH. ETH looking like it wants to continue as well. So again, I did just add to the XRP trade. I added to the XR pizzle. Let's see if we can get a nice little pop and make another 500 for a total of 1,100. That'd be nice. That'd be kind of nice, huh? Who's running this shit, by the way, huh? Worst case scenario, again, we've already locked in 8 hundos. Let's see if we can, if Bitcoin can get another little pop, man. If Bitcoin can get another little run and it just continues, then I'm thinking that XRP is going to run as well. I hope everybody's having an absolute beautiful day, guys. I hope everybody's having a great day for a Wednesday. Like I said, I'm going to be off. We'll probably close out this trade. I'll watch the big Bitcoin short. I'm going to go take my family out to eat some lunch. I just wanted to get on. We've been streaming for almost 40 minutes. We're just chilling right now. Market makers do what the market makers want. Doesn't need news or seller even. Nope, it doesn't, man. I don't pay attention to the news. I don't pay attention to politics. I think the only time that I'll trade FOMC, if we have a good range, you know what I mean, and volatility starts getting spiked, you know. Like Bitcoin getting a little pullback, ETH too. But let's see. Let's see if this sticks here. Welcome, Dylan. Inside of the Telegram. Welcome to the Coliseum. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. The other thing too, guys, is 4 hour on Market Cipher B. Shout out to CryptoFace and shout out to Market Cipher. You guys can see here that on this pump right now, all right, on this pump, this was very, very, very weak. All right, we do have a bearish divergence. We do have a bearish divergence. What does that mean? As the price was coming up, this was a very strong momentum wave, very strong move. On the price up from right here to here, right? This was a very, very, very weak move up. So this is I mean, momentum's getting weak to the upside, okay? Momentum is getting very weak to the upside. So what I'm going to be watching here, this was another reason why I took the trade, not only at the 50 week, but I also took it because this was a bearish divergence on the 4 hour and it's played out beautifully. So what we would want to see now, right? What we would want to see now is if we do end up getting another pop, right? If we get another pop, let's just say back up for a double topper, or we come up into this $82,000, $83,000, right? And we see something like this, right? Just keep putting in these higher highs. If we see something like that, and this momentum wave right in here, see how it's already, like, see, look, we got the bearish divergence, right? If this does another small wave like this, and we continue this bearish divergence, guys, I'm going to tell you guys what, we're very close to the top. This thing's going to fucking buckle. We've had no pullbacks. All right, this thing's going to buckle. This thing is going to buckle. So that's the other thing. I'm going to be paying attention to that going into the daily time frame as well. You guys can see momentum is already starting to clip on the daily, right? And I told you guys as well, on the daily, if this thing starts to come rolling down and we get that bounce, and we also get that bearish divergence, right, on the daily, and it matches the 4 hour, yeah, I'm going to be shorting the hell out of this thing, man. I'm going to be sitting inside of these swing trades. I'm going to be shorting the hell out of these things, man. I don't care if we lock in this trade, we catch it higher. It's going to have a pullback. It is going to capture all of this liquidity. It is going to stop out all of these longs here, 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 here. It is going to do that. Bitcoin loves liquidity. It is going to do that. So again, I do have my game plan if we do end up coming higher as well. But on Market Cipher on the daily, you know, daily, as well as the 4-hour. I'm showing you guys what's happening here. This momentum's starting to roll over. RSIs are starting to come back down. Now, the other thing too, I thought, because this VWAP was coming down to the 0 line, I thought it would have came back up. It's also crossing the 0 line. I'm going to be watching this like a hawk. Look what normally happens. All right? Momentum was really thick. RSIs, right? Money flow crossover. But look, when this VWAP started anchoring down, boom, we do get that pullback. Okay? This thing is starting. We're starting to roll over. RSIs on the daily starting to come down. 4-hour. Big bearish divergence, right? VWAP right now, curving back in, but it was anchored down. Let's see if this thing starts coming down for like a third wave. I'm watching this like a hawk, you guys. I want to catch a big fat, we already caught some big fat trades, but I'm watching this like a hawk, because if I can catch this thing back down to 66.5, 75,000 or 70,500, forget about it, dude. I'm going on a vacation. I'm gonna take my family. I'm out of here. Bye, Felicia. You know what I'm saying? So I'm watching this like a hawk right now. Absolutely watching this like a hawk. So, on a 4-hour, this is a fucking, or on the daily. Look at that candle right there on the daily. Let's see, man. This didn't look very toppy here. This looks more of a top. Let's see what happens, though. Ethereum. Let's go to ETH as well. Look at ETH on this bearish divergence right here. These moves up were fucking weak, man. Hella weak. Look at these moves up right here. Serious bearish divergence. Money flow starting to come down as well. We're starting to get a little momentum wave to the downside. Let's go to the daily. Rolling over as well. Money flow is still very thick. The only thing we got going for us is that this VWAP is starting to come down. We got to see how this is going to play out, man. I'm not in a big ETH short, right? I'm inside of the big Bitcoin short. If ETH does squeeze up here, yeah, man, I'm gonna be taking the ETH short as well, and that way I have both the Bitcoin and the ETH short. I've been taking just remember I specifically told you guys that I haven't added to the short, but we are trading. I told you guys that if it came down to this level, we would absolutely be taking a ETH long just to hedge. We caught that, few grand. We're still sitting pretty good here inside of the, we added to got about 100 grand sitting here on this XRP long. Let's see if we can, 139.08. Another $500. Let's see if we can get it. See if we can just get one little squeeze. Looking like the XRP wins continue. It's looking good for us. Let's see. Well. There we go. Looks like we might clap another $500. And again, guys, we're doing this every day in the Coliseum. Just getting our little 1%, 2%, 3%, 1%, 2%, 3%, great risk management, understanding our strategy, our structures, maintaining discipline. Look, we're going to get another little 2%er, another little 2%er, another little $500. Just keep it rolling, man. Or not, or we're not going to lock it in. brother. Ooh. What happened to Bitcoin? Did Bitcoin pull back? Yep, it's fighting right now. Bitcoin's fighting right now. Look at it go. Look at it go, brother. Ooh. ETH too, huh? I guess the ETH rain or the XRP rain doesn't continue. I don't trade on BingX, brother. I trade on zoomex. I don't be trading on any other exchange except for zoomex is where I trade, man. Other than the prop accounts, I got the prop account on Binance. I mean, not Binance. Prop account on Bybit as well as Breakout Prop. Look at ETH. ETH is coming into some serious resistance right in here, huh? This is big, the resistance right in here. Look, resistance the whole time. No. No KYC. Yep. I'm looking at ETH real quick, guys. I'm just taking a peek at just a little peek here, see if we, if maybe a little ETH scalp short, but I'm a little late to the game here. I was watching XRP. Would have liked to see just another little wick, but this might have been it for ETH, man. This might have been it for Bitcoin too, man. Let's see. Oh yeah, I know a couple of other traders that are inside of the Zcash short. The only problem is, dude, is that Zcash is on a good support right now. Wouldn't be surprised if this thing squeezes up quite a bit. 800s, 818, something up in here. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. I mean, it's holding a killer support right now. And the other thing too is almost every single time Bitcoin pulls back, Zcash pops, and you guys can see. I mean, it looks pretty good. You know, I could tell you right now that USDT dominance is looking pretty good. It's starting to round out a little bit, That's what we want to see. What we'd really like to see is if this thing comes down and we put in a higher low, not a lower low. Do you see what I'm saying? Put in a higher low, start rounding out, man, and then just fucking rip. Boom. If that happens, then Bitcoin's coming down. Bitcoin's going to buckle, man. Like I said, on the daily, if you are a Bitcoin bull and you're long, right from that support, you want the next level to break down here. You would want this to break down here. If you are a Bitcoin bear and you're short from the 50 week like we are, you want Bitcoin or USDT dominance to get a good strong pop, right? Start rounding out again, get a strong pop. Get a very strong pop. Bitcoin short still looking good. We locked in, again, guys, we took another $1,500, $2,200 to get us over that 10K profit mark. Let's look at the heat map real quick and let's go to just today, 24-hour heat map. Look at that, 79, 147. We zoom out a little bit longer. Yep, liquidity's being built up to the upside. Let's go to 48 hours. Let's zoom out just a little bit here. 77.5. $77.5. Yeah, 77.5 is looking pretty sweet. Yeah, 77.5 is looking pretty sweet, guys. What do we make at 77.5 if we were to get there? Another 19 plus the 10, so almost 30 grand. Okay. XRP long still looking decent. All right, XRP long. XRP hasn't really broke down, guys. I'm still long. I'm still in it. All right. I logged out of the small account, and anyways, logged out of the small account. We're back inside of the big one. XRP long, again, targets are just right here, right above. What did I have it at? Like 130. I had it somewhere right in here. So long on XRP as well on these accounts. We're working on this. Ruza, here, I'm gonna log back in. I keep flipping between these two accounts, man. Hold on, let me get the 2FA and we'll look at it right now. 172, 260. There you go. 139.08. Did you see it? 139.08. Yeah, if you zoomed out a little bit, 139.08. Yeah, that's where I had it set, man. Just 139.08. We already made $800 on this particular trade. When we got up to here, it didn't fill the full TP. It didn't fill the full TP. So when it came back down, I said, you know what? Let's double. You know what I mean? I just threw all of the money back in, the full 20 grand. So let's say I'm only looking just to scalp quick $500, but we need Bitcoin to get a little pop right now. You would need Bitcoin to get a little pop, you know. Worst case scenario, though, guys, this trade is still going to be a green winner. Even if this thing goes down because of what we realized, do you see what I'm saying? It's not going to matter. I can close this trade out right now, and it would end up being an $800, you know what I'm saying? It'll end up being an $800 trade. So it don't matter. Add another 800. That's what we got right now, 800 bucks. Nice, way to go. Way to go, KB. Locked in your 1-2%, man. We're just trying to get our little 1-2-3%. If this thing comes up here, we're gonna get our little 2-3%. And then I think I'm done, guys. I'm gonna go hang out with my family. This is why I've also been streaming during the days. Price action's been good. And it's hard for me to do a scalp and chill at night after we've smacked 6-7 scalps for the day. And I don't want to overtrade, man. I can think of the last few times that I did the scalp and chill at night for the Asia session. I fucking overtrade because I'm already beat. You know what I mean? I'm just mentally tired from the mornings that we've been scalping. I stream for 6 hours every day. Every morning. We're typically streaming from 8 to, from 12 to 1 to 2 o'clock, man. And doing that scalp and chill at night, we've already locked in killer profits. So, but I am gonna fire up a scalp and chill. I just don't know when. That's why I've been doing these daily streams like this, guys, with us. Looks like Bitcoin is pulling back, man. I was talking about maybe just taking that ETH short, but I wanted it from way up here as an ETH short scalp. Coming up into resistance again, right up in here, right? You guys can see. Come on up here. We're getting good little reactions. This is our little zone. I mean, we've been stuck trading this, for 24 hours almost. About 24 hours. Obviously stops right above, because if this thing breaks out, you're probably coming up towards, you're definitely at least coming at 2486 and then up towards 2500s, 2516s. Solana shorts would have been nice as well. Look at this. Double toppers. Love ourselves a good double topper, right? But it's also putting in these higher lows. All right, this could be long in territory if Bitcoin is getting ready to have another swing up, right? If it has another swing up, Solana's be coming up as well. So we can see that here, right? Putting in these higher lows. There's a low, higher low, higher low. These two, getting close. But right here, if it's gonna get a pop, this would be the Solana trade right on up here. BNB has been beautiful to trade. But it's putting in these lower highs, coiling up. You guys can see here, putting in these lower highs. Chart looks a little different than like a Solana, right? Look at BNB here on the 4 hour, then you go to Sol. You can see. Litecoin, we like trading ourselves some Litecoin. This might be telling us the tale, to be honest with you. Let's see if Bitcoin does what Litecoin's doing, right? Just fucking rolls over. That would be nice, right? Get our short from the 50, boom, down to 75, 76, 77K, whatever. That'd be nice. Litecoin came up one time. That was it for it. That was it for it. Tall tale, tell the tape. Is it coming down? Who knows? Ain't nobody know, man. Hyperliquid, put it in a new all-time high again. 83.70, 84 bucks, man. $84. Look at that. Strong like bull, dude. Killer. Brother, Could be short in territory. I mean, every single time it's put in any type of new all-time high, you do get a good pullback. New all-time high, you do get a pullback. New all-time high, to be determined. Tron looking great. Tron, all right, this is long in territory, all right? This is long in territory on Tron. I'm a big fan of Tron. We could see here, guys, just point blank, Tron's been cooking, all right? This would be long in territory. Tron, if you guys don't know, is an asset of its own because it's never been in a fucking bear cycle. Never, ever, ever, forever. Forever. You guys ever watch The Sandlot? I don't think a lot of people watch The Sandlot. Maybe they have. The old one, the old Sandlot. But yeah, look, go to the hour here. Tron is back into that long-in territory all over again, man. Looks good. Sheesh, Tron look good. You know? And it's really easy to understand, again, guys, when you're taking these trades, break a structure. The OG Sandlot. Yeah, that's right. It's really simple. Really simple to understand. Bench warmers was a good one too, man. All right, look. If you're going to take these longs, just stops directly underneath, break a structure right in there, man. Boom. Easy trades, man, on Tron. Tron does its own thing. If we break this trend line, we're probably coming all the way back down to 31 cents. So it's really easy to understand. Real simple, right? What about the Link Marines? How are they doing? This thing's rolling over too, man. Look, is the gig up? Is the gig up? Is Bitcoin rolling over again? Look, it's rolling over, man. Let's see. Yeah, look, Bitcoin's rolling over. We might just have to close this trade out and at least make $600. That way we keep it running. You know, XRP's rolling over as well. Look, probably going to have to just close this out and we end up locking in $600 to $500, right? No big deal. USDT dominance is getting a pop. That's why we're pulling back. Look, simple. Yeah, guys, I think I'm going to close the XRP trade, and I'm going to go to lunch. I'm going to go to lunch and enjoy my family, guys. So here's what's super cool. We're still inside of the big Bitcoin short from the 50-week. So if any of this is going on right now, we know that trade is just absolute. It's real simple, son. All right, you got hair on your peaches or not? All right, guys, I kept it short, right to an hour. We showed the trades. Swing in, got an extra couple scalps. You guys got to remember too. We just we closed the ETH scalp for another $2,200 live stream, $800 here on the XRP long. We can close this out right now and make about $550 after everything. You guys be safe out there. Don't get caught on the wrong side of these candles. Whether we're gonna, you know, we could totally plummet, and if everybody's long, keep it sharp, keep a good stop. Great risk management. You know, if you're long, keep same thing. If you're long or short, protect yourself. All right. With that being said, Cranksters, have a wonderful day. Maybe I'll see you guys tonight for a Scalp and Chill.
Who are we? Cranksters! Where are we? The Coliseum! What do we do? Execute! Are you not entertained?